Hey everybody, my name is Ed, and I'm a drummer pretty much like you are. Over the years, I watched a number of YouTube channels to get ideas about how to play and gig with electronic drums. And I posted a number of comments and a lot of people said, well, let's see what you got. So I took over my living room. I set up the drums just for this video so that you can see what I got. Now, this has been a collection of a number of drummers and channels. I want to give a special shout out to Justin at 65 Drums, Everything with Eric, the crazy drummer out of Alaska, E-Drum Center out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and the E-Drum Workshop. These are wonderful channels to get ideas about getting the optimum sound and performance out of your E-drums. So why don't we start at the bottom? You need a drum rug. A drum rug should hold your kit, be durable. I like to use Velcro because if you need to make minor adjustments, no big deal. Tape will leave a residue. And trust me, nobody in all my years of playing have come up to me and said, gee, what a fantastic looking drum rug. Is that Persian? No. This is my kit, and this is the rug that I use, and if I have to replace it, it's not a big deal. But once you put the Velcro strips down, you can really dial in where you want your hardware to go. I use the Gibraltar rack system because the middle section, these 4-foot curves, I double them up so that I can support the tom-toms, and I take off the 2 wing extensions and they go right into my Forerunner, minus the cymbal stands. Now you're probably noticing that I use real acoustic cymbals. Well, yeah, they look great, they sound better, they play better, all the things that you want out of your cymbals. I never could get used to the rubber feel of electronic cymbals. Now, you can't go wrong with the tom-toms and the snare and the kick because those sounds are like studio perfect. And ever since they came out with mesh heads in the early 2000s, it's been fantastic. Now, you see that I have those blue things on top of my cymbals? I am lazy. I do not like setting up and tearing down. So anything that could save some time for me, I'm gonna gravitate to. By the way, that 14-inch snare, that's an E-Drum Hawk snare drum from the E-Drum Center out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Fantastic piece. Now, they all go into my Roland TD27. Why do I have a TD27? Because of this main feature right here. It's got 4 outputs. I use one for my kick, one for my snare, and one for my toms. If I was going to have electronic cymbals, it would come out of output number 4 or number 2 that you see on the back of this module. They go from here right into my Yamaha mini mixer. And there I can quickly adjust the sounds if need be. If I need more kick, not a problem. It's better than going into the entire kit. From here, after I dial in the sounds, they go right to my Yamaha 15-inch subwoofer. This handles sounds below 120 hertz. The frequencies above that go right to my Mackie 15-inch PA monitor. Notice how I have them positioned on my kit. My bandmates, the audience likes to have the sounds come from the kit. And I like it too. If I need to run a line from my mini mixer to the band's main soundboard, I could do that too. That red container over there, that's for my ears, my inner monitor ears. And I have that option as well. All the products that I have, including the media stand. By the way, That's important. See how I have a little lanyard there to keep the sticks in place? I put my wallet, I put my keys there. I actually glued an old rug to that metal platform so it cuts down on the noise. And of course you gotta have a drumstick bag. There's mine. Keep it within arm's reach because you never know when you need to grab a drumstick. So that's what my kit looks like. And you know what? With all these E-drum sounds, I use the same kick, I use the same toms, and the only thing that changes is the tone on my snare drum, which is covered up by my drum rack. You need a drum rack, especially if you play in warmer climates like Florida. Here's my emergency tub. I got a backup snare, I got a backup module, backup cables, backup kick pedal. My kick pedal failed me many, many years ago. It was not a good night. This stays in the car, but you want to have your tools and accessories handy in the event. So, sorry for the shakiness of the video. I don't do this often, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what I have so that if you want to build it on your own, go for it. Make sure your module has 4 outputs. Make sure you have a mini mixer, a great PA, and a great sub, and you are good to go. Have a good one, everybody, and keep drumming.